Hey, everybody, this is Flavio Romeo, and this is a very special episode of the Towncast because this Saturday, August 20th, 2022, is the 14th annual Mark Sasso charity softball game. It's part of the Mark Sasso Foundation. It's to help raise money for the foundation. We have two special guests today, the most special of which is Anna Marie Sasso. Not to downplay Don LaGreca, of course, but Anna Marie is the president of the Mark Sasso Foundation. And Anna Marie, thank you so much, Don. Thank you both so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
No, it's our pleasure.
Yeah. So Anna Marie, I want to talk a little bit about the foundation itself. How long ago did you start the foundation, and what was the drive behind it?
Well, the foundation was actually created after we paid off the playground. This event began in 2008.
Wow.
So Mark passed in April of 2008, and 4 months later, August 2008 was our first fundraiser with Don, and that was spearheaded to pay for the playground that we put at St. Anthony's School. And as we mentioned the other day, that was the only school in Hawthorne that did not have a playground, and every Sasso boy went through St. Anthony's School, including our two sons. And we would always, lament, the school needed a playground. What could it cost? And, after Mark passed, I felt that, that's where I wanted the donations to go to. And with a lot of wonderful people putting in their time, talent, and treasure, that is what we use the money for. And that's where the first fundraiser began, August 2008.
Wow. When did you and Mark get married? What year?
September of 99.
99. Wow.
Yeah.
And he passed in 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's amazing. For those of you that haven't seen it, St. Anthony's School, which is right on Diamond Bridge Avenue in Hawthorne. I remember when they were putting it up, and I remember when they put up the sign, honoring Mark Sasso, and it's a wonderful thing. Since then, what else has the foundation been doing?
Well, after we finished paying for the playground, which took several years, I said to my friend Don, listen, thank you. Our job is done. And he said, no, I don't want to stop doing this. And I said, okay, let's do something else then. And that is when I decided to open up the Mark Sasso Scholarship Foundation. And I think our first scholarship went out 2015, Don. And all of the money, all the profit from this fundraiser that we do goes to Hawthorne students going on to college. And with this year, we gave out close to $40,000 thus far.
That's amazing. And just to be clear, so everybody understands, it's not like they take all that money and then most of it goes to take care of the office, take care of the staff, they take care of Anna Marie, take care of Don. None of it. It all goes, 100% of it goes to the kids and to the scholarship fund, right?
And like most events, every single portion, every person who's involved, most especially Don, who there were years I said, listen, 10-year Mark, you got an out, stop. And he refused. There were years that I was in very poor health. I dragged myself on that field because he said, we're doing it. I said, if he's doing it, we're doing it. And every single person, every puzzle, a piece of this puzzle, everyone does because of their heart, because everyone has, the almsgiving heart. We're all there for whatever our personal reasons, or just because we have good almsgiving hearts that, they want to participate in something that is to help kids or to help someone. There's not one person that says, no, I don't want to do it. Everyone says, absolutely. How can I help? So everyone should really be as proud as I am of this legacy that we've all created.
Yeah. So Don LaGreca, Don is the co-host of the Michael K. Show. I'm sure you guys have listened to. I know a lot of guys in Hawthorne listen to him. He's a Hawthorne boy. We have 3 Italians from Hawthorne on this right now. How about that? Don, thank you so much for coming on. I know how busy the time of year this is right now.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Anything to promote this event. And Anna Marie's right. Every year she reaches out to me and says, listen, you don't have to do it. I know it's a lot of trouble, but we don't have to do it. And I'm like, no, I really enjoy every year doing this. And The one time we didn't do it, obviously, was that first year of the pandemic, and we weren't comfortable with that, and that stunk. But we came back, thought, with a vengeance last year, and now coming back this year. I thought last year was one of the best we've ever had, which was great. The turnout's been spectacular. It's just keeping this alive, and Mark from heaven always makes sure that our weather's good. We've only had a couple of moments. I think one time we had to move it, and then one time we had a rain delay.
Yep.
So over 13 years, that's not bad. And the weather's supposed to be spectacular on Saturday. So I give credit to Mark for that. He's working codes up there in the clouds to make sure that we've got a great day. But it's just so much fun. I mean, it's so easy for me to do this every year. Work comes from the Sassos and Anna Marie and what she does, but gathering everybody up together, it's a pleasure. Try to get some celebrities. And when it first started, I was in a panic because, the show was still kind of in its infancy, and I wasn't sure if there was enough name recognition of people that I knew. But now the show has grown, and people they get mad if they don't get invited. Like sometimes I'll do so, like if somebody's coming from Connecticut, Long Island, I'll say, listen, you don't have to come all that way. And like Greg Buttle's all the way out in Suffolk County. Marty Lyons is out in Suffolk County. They come all the way from out there. When Rick DiPietro comes, he's way out there in Long Island. We had people come from all over the place. So sometimes I try to spare them going that distance, but they get upset if I don't invite them because they just love participating in it. It's a great cause. And I don't know how you feel about Anna Marie, but it's almost it's a reunion every year. My mom's still in Hawthorne, but I'm down in central Jersey. I don't get up there as often as I like. So there are people that I literally don't see any other time but at the softball. So like once a year I get to regather with all the people that I grew up with, and the bond from that town is just amazing. I don't know what it is, but I've got ties to that town. No matter where I've gone, no matter where my career has taken me, I still feel a tremendous bond with the people of that town. And I'm just so proud to have been from there. And this event, I think, really represents the community very, very well. And I'm very proud to be somebody from Hawthorne.
Now, is your mom going to
I
come
feel that
out?
way.
Is your mom going to come out to the game?
Oh yeah, she'll be out there. She's got her spot in center field, right behind the snack stand, so that none of the fly balls will hit her in the head, and she can stay in the shade. But she's 80, but she's doing well, and she looks forward to it. And she's like the town crier there. Everybody's gathered around her, talking to her because she knows everybody too. And she's been that house that I grew up in, my parents bought when they got married in 1966, 84 10th Avenue. And that's where she's lived her entire life. And it'd be so much easier to sell the house and have her move into something smaller. But no, that's where her kids were raised. That's where, she was married to my dad for so long. She doesn't want to give up those memories. So that's where she is. And I'm really happy that we've been able to keep the house that I grew up in still in the family, so that she's still there and going strong. So we'll be seeing her there on Saturday too.
Well,
She holds court. She holds court.
Yeah.
They all gather around her, and myself included. And just for you on a personal note, she's well taken care of here in town. Every time I've gone to visit her, she's got a granddaughter there or one of us cronies, and she's always saying, "Sit down, let's have a bite to eat." She's wonderful. Your mom is wonderful. And just, my dad's 86, and you wouldn't believe it. And you certainly don't believe it about your mom. They're very, very young at heart. And it's mostly because they're surrounded by love.
Yeah.
And they're active. She
Well,
drives.
Yeah,
pulled
still
up,
drives.
saw
Yeah,
the house
very-
across the street, and she pulled up. I said, "You driving?" She goes, "Of course I'm driving." So,
Yep. Her Saturn from what she, back in her 97 or 98 Saturn. I think it's an antique now. She's still driving around. So yeah.
Well, we'll make sure that everybody that's listening and watching, make sure you stop by and say hello to Mrs. LaGreca. Thank her for coming out and supporting the event. And so, Ann, I want to get back to you. So during the event, it starts early. It's an all-day event. I remember last year was so much fun. And for you guys that didn't come last year, bottom of the last inning, ESPN All-Stars are down. Mr. Don LaGreca steps to the plate, and I think it was a 3-run home run.
Grand slam.
Grand slam, right? Yeah.
Grand slam to tie it.
A walk-off.
That was a grand slam home run to tie it, and Ken Danico walked us off, the Devils Stanley Cup champion. I got to tell you, I know it's a Little League field. Like I tell you, I never hit a home run when I played there in Little League. And I don't know what it is, you could talk Viagra, whatever, hitting a home run does something to you, I remember I still am on cloud nine that I hit that home run and tied the game. So I know it's a little league field. I know it's not that hard for most people, but for at the time a 53-year-old to hit, and I've had 6 so far in the Sasso ball. I'm keeping count because it's still, I don't know, it's still a cool thing to do. So I never played professional hockey or professional football or baseball or anything. So I've got my moment. That's my my claim to fame there, and I'll take it. That was my 15 minutes.
I'll tell
Well,
you.
listen, we're superstitious. Don't break the streak. You got to wear the same outfit.
Oh yeah, I got my day glow green sneakers, got it all. So I got it all laid out. Mostly because I don't want to have to forget anything, because you get to that point. But yeah, I've got it all. I've got it all ready.
It was almost like, remember the movie The Natural, when Robert Redford hits the lights and just it's like, it's almost like slow mo. It's like that moment. It's the Kirk Gibson home run. It's that moment when you were rounding the bases, and growing up as you played in those fields when you were a kid, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I make a point when I address the crowd before, my dad was, I went through all. I played at the Pump House in Midget League on Lakeview Farms, and then I was on Rhodes Agency in Little League. My dad was the manager. So my dad managed me through Little League. So I played, you looked at the schedule, the night games at WAG 1, how many times games were postponed because the river would flood if you had a game on WAG 3 and you couldn't play, and, WAG 2 without the fences and all that. Like I just remember those very fondly. And then went to JD, played over at the boys club, 4 boys club in JD. So I went through all of the Hawthorne baseball. But the WAG fields, that was always special. That you always felt when you played WAG 1, a night game, that was your kind of moment. And somebody at the event last year actually had an old article of something I did in a baseball game for Rhodes Agency in the Hawthorne Press from way back in the late 70s and gave it to me. That was always the big thing too, that if you did something well, it might end up in the Hawthorne Press that week. So it was always special to play ball in Hawthorne.
I remember the same. I remember it was almost like having a Monday night football game. I guess for the pros, like to play Monday night football, it was the same thing when you had you looked at that was the first thing you did when you looked at your schedule.
Yeah. That was our Friday night lights, right? That was where like everybody gathered around. Whoever played the day games would hang out, watch the games at night, and the stands were always packed with people. It was just a really cool thing. I don't know if the kids now feel the same way about it, or even if they still do it. I don't know, but it was always a pretty special thing for me. I know that.
Well, we have the snack stand's going to be open all day, thanks to the Hawthorne Baseball and Softball Association. They're going to be there. So, Anna, I just want to tell you, Anna Marie, I want to talk a little bit about these events. I know that if people still want to volunteer, if you want to come and help out, get there about 8 a.m., right? 8, 9 a.m.
Oh, they can come anytime, really. I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty quiet because I'm just setting up and the round robin games are just getting started. They don't have to come that early, Flavio, honestly. Sorry, I don't mean to, but I won't even wake yet. I'll just be functioning. So they can come anytime throughout the day. The most important time really where there's the most people and where I could probably use an extra hand would be later in the afternoon, I would say from 2 o'clock on, where I may have to step away from the table to hobnob with everybody and chit chat. And then I would need extra hands to sell raffle tickets, to sell 50/50s or whatever. Just maybe they need an extra hand in the snack stand. No, guys, you don't have to get up that early, but any time in the afternoon would be helpful. And if you want to play, then come that early. We may be able to slot you into a team. You never know.
There's still time. So if you're an individual that just wants to play on one of the teams, because teams will show up, some guy can't wake up that early Saturday morning, and there's a spot available. Go there early, 8 o'clock in the morning. Ask them if you need any more players, they'll sign you up. It's $25, and all the money that's raised that day goes to the Mark Sasso Foundation. And I know you have a lot of raffles. So even if you're not going to play and you want to come and watch, it's a great event all day. There's raffles, there's 50/50s, snack stand is open. I know that the Towncast is donating two sets of tickets. So for September 6th and September 8th, I wanted to pick two games that I thought the Yankees would win. So that if you win these tickets and you go to the game, you could actually watch a game that they win. They're playing the Minnesota Twins. They should win all three of those games, but the two that you're getting September 6th, September 8th, they're going to be in the raffle. So it's second row up in the third deck, great view. It's on the first base line. And make sure you get down there, sign up for the raffle tickets, and you have some other things. If people want to donate some goods that they have, they can do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just bring it down. We'll put a bow on it and put a bucket for people to put tickets in. I welcome all donations anytime. I do have some giant tickets being donated as well. Don't know. I got the information, but it was over a phone call, so I don't have it committed to memory. But we do have some football tickets as well being donated for raffle.
Nice. It's going to be a little sporting event. And Don, I know you were talking about the ESPN truck might be there.
Yeah, so our promotions department's going to be there, and they'll have some things together and gathering up also things that can get auctioned off as well. And if you want to donate too, you can always do that. I always get asked. I reached out to Andrea earlier this week about people, they can't go, but they still want to be able to donate something. So you can always do that as well. So if you can't make it, or if you don't want to really have any of the things like the tickets or whatever, but you just want to give money, you could do that as well. So you should definitely give that information out, Anna Marie, because I get asked that all the time. Can't make it, but where do I write a check? How can I send money? I want to donate. I want to be involved. So I think that's important to anybody watching this that maybe can't make it on Saturday, that they still contribute.
Absolutely. The foundation's open all year long. I can make a deposit all year long. It just so happens that this is our only fundraiser. This is the only time of year where we host an event where you can participate in, but this is the only time we ask people to reach out and say, hey, will you help? But we absolutely can receive donations all year long. I am a 501c3. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
No coffee yet. So your donation is tax deductible. I have the documents for you. I have the FEIN number, and my address is here at my RE/MAX office. So I'm happy to provide anybody with that information. I do have the Facebook page which Flavia will help me out with. He'll give all that information out, and I'm very reachable to receive anything, anytime.
So if you go online, you go on Facebook and look up the Mark Sasso softball game, and it'll pop right up, and it'll give you all the information there. It'll give you Anna Marie's information. You can email her, you can call her, you can send the request saying, hey, listen, I want to donate. Where do I send it? And she'll give you the address. And again, if you want to stop by, somebody that's going to be coming down to the game, hand them a check. They'll bring it down, and it goes right into the Mark Sasso Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it really is a lot of fun, especially, when you see the kids, to me, they're all kids, but they're playing in their 20s, 30s, 40s. We even had someone ask if they're under 21, if they could play. I don't know if they reached out to you, Anna Marie, but they reached out to me on Facebook. So come down.
Yeah, absolutely. 18 and over. For the insurance purposes, you have to be 18 or over.
Yeah. So come down, participate, help out, donate your time. I know it's a tough time right now with the recession and financial issues. So if you want to just donate your time, just come on down. Watching those kids play, knowing that the winner of the round robin gets to play the ESPN All-Stars. I mean, they're putting their whole life into that game, and it's fun to watch. So you're watching some great competitive softball the whole day. And
Don will attest. Throughout all of our years, we've had the gamut of winners play against you, right?
Oh, from all over too. Even South Jersey. I remember one year, I think Lakewood came up and played us. It's intimidating because this is a team that went through the entire tournament. They're really good softball players, and we're a bunch of vagabonds that are radio guys or retired athletes that are playing. So we kind of mess with the rules a little bit to keep the game competitive, but it's a little scary. Their home runs are outs because, listen, they can hit them out a lot. So they're really good. So we get to play us, and we've got a lot of different celebrities that are going to be coming this year too. So a chance to meet them. They're all very, very accessible. We've got Greg Buttle, former Jet linebacker. He's come pretty much every year for me. He's a good friend of mine. Marty Lyons, Of course, every Jet fan knows him, and he does the games with Bob Wischusen on the radio. Ken Danico, 3-year Stanley Cup champion. Anna Marie, he's come pretty much every year as well,
Yes, he has.
which is tremendous. Ian O'Connor from the New York Post. He also wrote the book, the Derek Jeter book and the Coach K book. He's going to be coming. He's a local guy from Jersey. He's going to be coming by as well. So, and a few others as well. And they're all very accessible. So if you want to get autographs or pictures with those guys, they'll be hanging around during the course of the game. The Yes Network's going to bring a camera, so the highlights will be on the show on Monday.
Wonderful.
So we're looking forward, or low lights, however you want to look at it. So it's going to be it's going to be a good time, and all those guys will be very, very accessible for you if you want to come out and hang out and check them out.
So listen, so it's Saturday, August 20th. The games start early. They start 8, 9 o'clock. If you want to play, show up at 8 o'clock, and it's going to go all day. The winner of the round robin is usually announced around 4 o'clock. And then we have another Italian who's going to be singing the national anthem. And I have to say, Willie Wilson was going to do it. He did it last year. And so he reached out a couple of days ago and said, you know, he had COVID and he's better. He's great. He's fine. But his chest and his voice just were gone. So he felt so bad. So he's going to try to come down as well. But Terry Chevalella from town is going to be singing the national anthem. And it's just a great event. And I really encourage you guys to come out, support the foundation on such a beautiful day and a beautiful event. And like Don said, you know, you get a chance to meet some of the great athletes from town, from the area. You get to meet the author of the Derek Jeter book, and of course, you know, what I call the voice of the Rangers. Because I have to tell you, I'm going to brag about you a little bit. I'm not a hockey fan. I like watching the game live, but you know, I'm more of a baseball, football guy. But I had the opportunity. I was doing a play in the city, and every night that I was driving back, you know, towards the end of the season, I'm listening to the game, and you know, you were calling it every night, and I don't know where you get that kind of energy. It is the fastest game to listen to and to watch, and you were on it. I was in the game. I was there listening to you announce it. So I just wanted to give you that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you listening. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah. So again, Saturday, August 20th, come out, meet everybody, come out, meet Anna Marie, meet Don LaGreca, meet the ESPN All-Stars. And again, it's for a great cause. And you got some great prizes in the raffles, and also some great hot dogs and hamburgers that are going to be cooked at the snack stand.
It is my favorite day of the year, and it is a reunion with friends and sometimes even family, and it's always great. It's just always a great day.
Yeah. So Anna Marie and Don, thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to edit this and put it out right away, so it gives everybody a couple more days to plan for Sunday.
Great.
Thank you
you,
so
Flavio.
much.
Thank you, Don.
All right, don't go away. I'm going to sign off, and then I'll come back and say goodbye. All right, everybody. Hopefully you guys can make it. I really encourage you to come down. It is for a great cause. It's going to be a beautiful day, and you get to meet some great people that are donating 100% of their day to this event, this charity softball game, and to the Mark Sasso Foundation. So I know a lot of people that listen and watch, they knew Mark personally, they know Anna Marie, and they knew Don growing up. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Saturday. All right, be well, everybody.
You too.